Hello everybody, welcome back to our matchday preview. Home to Liverpool on Sunday in front of the Sky Sports cameras, 2:15 kick-off. And to be honest, I'm getting a bit bored of doing this. Not the content obviously, but talking about the football club as a whole. I really can't be bothered about it, to be honest. It's just been depressing. The drive to do these videos isn't normally there. And just the whole thing around the club's just flat, isn't it? I've not really thought about this game on Sunday, if I'm being really honest. I've not given it much thought at all. To be honest, I forgot we were playing at the weekend. And we are going to lose. I'll just be straight up and honest about it. We're going to get stuffed on Sunday. After watching Liverpool against Bayern Munich, the way they dismantled Munich at the Allianz Arena on, was it Wednesday night, I think it was. They played really well, especially in that second half as well. They managed the game quite well, especially when Matip own goal, sorry. I think when Munich pulled it back at 1-1, they could have easily crumbled. And some other teams might have done that, but Liverpool didn't do that. Took 2 goals in the second half really well. 2 good headers from Mane and Van Dijk. Mane's first goal was really good as well, I must admit. And I'm not expecting anything from this game on Sunday. If we were to somehow do something, do the unthinkable, I'd be absolutely shocked. Liverpool will probably steamroll us. And look, we just got to keep it to the minimum requirement. We've just got to keep on going. It's disappointing this season. It's been quite poor, obviously. But look, just frankly being honest, it's not been good enough, has it? Talking about Liverpool, obviously they're sitting second in the table at the moment, aren't they? They're doing okay in the league. Eyes on the league title this season. Can they win the league title this season? It remains to be unknown. They're my tip at the start of the season to go on and win the league. I still think they can win the league, but they've got to try and get the job done against us on Sunday, which shouldn't be too hard, but stranger things have happened before. As I said before, I don't think we're going to get anything, but you've only got to look at what happened at Crystal Palace a couple of years ago when Liverpool were 3 up there, threw it away, drew 3-3, and it kind of just carried on to the week after against Chelsea, I think it was, and they drew there as well. So it can happen, but I don't think it will. I think Liverpool are a much better team than they were back then. I think they've got enough firepower in their ranks and enough quality throughout the whole core of the team to get the job done. And I think it'll be very difficult for us to really try and get any sort of momentum into this game. We might play well for a little part of the game, but I don't think we'll do great, really. We might have a small part of the ball, but when we have the ball, it's going to be quite creative with it. I don't think we're going to have lots of it. I think Liverpool will dominate the ball, and it's interesting to see what we do on Sunday, whether Scott Parker wants to keep playing the positive style of football, or whether we're going to maybe just sit in and try and hit him on the counter-attack, but still play with that shape and formation we've seen from Parker in the past few games, where it's going to be that 4-3-3 maybe, or maybe he might go for a bit more of a defensive shape to try and contain Liverpool for as long as possible and see how we get on, but I don't think that's the best bet. And the only way we're able to play is if we play with the ball at our feet. We can't sit behind the ball and defend for our lives. It's not good enough, and it's not going to work doing that. But look, I keep saying this is very flat for me today, and it's not usually like me on these videos. But I'm just not optimistic. And to be honest with you, this season's just, it's over. This season, we are relegated now. Cardiff won it the weekend. Southampton getting a positive result of the weekend as well, as all but spelled the end. And we could be mathematically down by the end of the month, which is quite sad. To be down by the end of March is bloody depressing, and it's not good. Obviously, there's been managerial talk going around the Slavisi camp, which is going to West Brom. And look, it's going to happen. I think he will go West Brom. It's an attractive job, isn't it, going to West Brom? They're doing all right this season. The more I think of it, the more I think Darren Moore might have been right to have been sacked. Controversial, I know, but I'm not going to talk about it too much. But I think if Jokanovic goes to West Brom and get them up, I think, in the playoffs. He's been there, done it before twice with Watford and Fulham last year. So he knows how to get a team out of the Championship, and he'll probably want to try and crack the Premier League next season at a second attempt. He'll probably have last to sign his own players as well, so good luck to him if he gets a job at West Brom. It just didn't work out for us this season, unfortunately. I know there's a few idiots really want him back, if that's what I'm going to call them. They're delusional if they think he's going to come back to our football club after the way things were. If Jokanovic was to ever come back, it would be without the people in charge at the moment, I think. That's not going to happen, obviously, but moving back to the game on Sunday, score prediction, I think we will probably lose. I don't want to say it, but it'll be about 4-0, I think. It'll be probably about 4-0. If we concede very early on within the first 5 minutes or so, it'll be just a case of how many. However, the only positive I'll take, at Anfield, we didn't play too badly in that first half. We had a couple of chances, didn't we? But we crumbled in the second half. But that first half was generally quite positive. And if we can take that type of performance into the game on Sunday, then we might do okay for spells. I'm not saying we're going to get a big result. It's not going to happen. But I think if we can just take that sort of confidence from that reverse fixture and just put it into Sunday's game, we might see a better performance in parts. But I just think that we lack that sort of quality that Liverpool, compared to Liverpool, obviously. I think they just got that bit better in that final third and that bit better at the back. Look at Van Dijk. He makes it all look so easy, doesn't he? He's just effortless around the pitch. In my opinion, he's best defender in the world at the moment. I think he is. I think no one gets near him, I don't think, in terms of the defender. I think what he's done for Liverpool this season has been tremendous. I think it shows you what a fantastic player he is. To go into a side who were defensively quite dodgy before he turned up, and he's really made them look absolute quality, hasn't he? To go with Alexander-Arnold and Robertson at the back, Alisson in goal as well. They've all been brilliant players this season, and I'd like to see him win the league this season. I'd much rather see them win it than Man City, just for the prime fact that, look, I like Liverpool. I watch them and I'm impressed by the way they play. I like Jurgen Klopp, I'm a big fan of him. I know he hasn't won a lot to suggest that he's a world-class manager, but I think he is, and they're still in the Champions League. They've got a good draw against Porto this afternoon as well, so they're still in that as well, and there's a good chance they can even get to a semi-final, if not another final again. So it's been a very good season for Liverpool, and in another year they'd probably have the league wrapped up by now, but unfortunately they're unfortunately in that generation of Pep Guardiola's Man City, where they're a good team as well, and they're always on their coattails looking to try and push them off the perch of top spot. But I think Liverpool will get the job done. I think they'll get the title wrapped up. It'll be tight. I think they'll go into the final day, but I think they'll have a little bit more in hand, I think. And I think Man City got a couple of tough games coming up, and I think Liverpool just edge it by a couple of points. We're all but down now, so it's a case of us just trying to go again for next season, seeing who wants to stick around next year and who wants to jump ship. I expect a lot of players to go between now and the summer. Well, not now, obviously, because the window's not open yet, but between, May to about August, I think there'll be a wholesale change there. And yeah, look, it's a flat mood today, but we're just going to go into the game on Sunday. Just look, it's against a big team, and you get promoted to play these big teams, so we've just got to go out and enjoy ourselves. It's a good test against one of the best in England and one of the best in Europe, in my opinion. So the next two games are benchmark games for me. You're not going to get any better than that in this league, so it's a good test. See how we get on. We're going to get stuffed, I know that, but we can either roll over and take it, or at least try and put up a little bit of a fight and go down fighting. And I hope we do the latter and go down fighting instead of actually going down and rolling over. So fingers crossed we can play at least well for parts of the game, create some sort of chances, and give Liverpool something to think about. Because as much as there's no pressure on us, and I keep saying it on Sunday, it's all on Liverpool. They've got to win the game. We're just in there. No one spoke about us really. We are just in there for decoration purposes for most people really. But if we can get in there and give it a good go and ruffle a few feathers, and we might cause an upset, but not for me. If you did enjoy it, guys, hit the thumbs up, comment away, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well. We'll see you all Sunday evening for the vlog as well. I'm going to the game Sunday as well. I'm not looking forward to it, of course, but what can you do? You've got to go to every game you can now between now and the end of the season. Yeah, take care, guys.